defense. I killed that kobold.
Okay.
So just say someone's in the bathroom.
Well, yeah.
All
So
Annie had to
Annie
do was
stepped
hit.
away.
Yeah, we're stepping.
The trio,
alright.
the trio in the caves, having concluded their combat.
My turn.
Yeah. So now we're back to Ophelia, who is still tied off to the hitching post in front of the general store, up in the square beside the hastily boarded up well. During the last session, you did notice a couple of things. You had identified an individual wearing dark clothing that was watching you from across the square, and you had attempted to entice that individual over to you by performing a seductive dance, bound though you might be to the post, and it seems like, unfortunately, he was not moved by your performance, but there was a rather portly, balding, sweaty merchant type that was far more entertained, and he made his way over to you after some gesturing and gesticulating on your part.
And townspeople threw copper at me.
Townspeople did throw some copper at you.
So where we left off was,
He has made his way over to you.
and I said,
He's kind of standing there expectantly, like, "Hey, how you doing?"
"Hey, big boy."
We're doing that. Okay. Okay. Well, hello. That's a mighty impressive dance, but I think the first question that I have to ask is, why are you tied up to this post like a horse out in the street?
My last customer got a little. He had a kink, let's just say.
Okay. At this point, the eyebrows raise all the way up into his bald forehead, or bald head, and he's quite taken aback by that, by the forwardness. Well, what can I do? I mean, what's what's your, how much do you cost?
Well, it seems like he kind of fell asleep and forgot about me, so how about you untie me, and I'll do you a favor.
What kind of favor are we talking about?
Well, what kind of favor are you looking for?
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 9.
So he was extremely entranced and intrigued to begin with, but you feel like you're losing him slightly here. There comes a slight trepidation.
You talking to old man?
I'm standing here in town, and we've got all our neighbors around, and I'm sure that somebody would tell my wife, and then at this point his voice rises. I would never do anything like that to dishonor my family.
Well, where I come from, it's considered a great honor to be with the water genasi. What they say about us is true.
Oh my god. I hate everything about what he said. The way you are, everything is terrible.
One more persuasion check.
6! Oh no!
So you can see that he's on the fence. What do they say about water genasi? I've never actually met one before.
Oh, you haven't heard.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll tell you, I know a good little spot in this town. Your wife doesn't have to know. And I'll tell you all about water genasi.
Last persuasion check.
20! Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, he done just did it now. He went out to show himself.
He looks around and he says, well, raises his voice obviously to make sure that everyone around hears. I think it's just horrible what they've done to you. Horrible, horrible. Let me help you. And he begins to untie you from the post.
Oh, thank you, my hero! And I let him untie me.
I hate everything.
Okay.
I hate everything.
So he finishes untying you, and he's standing there sort of expectantly.
I'd like to collect the copper pieces on the ground.
You collect the copper pieces.
Man, remember that. He said, oh, yeah, I need this money though.
Alright, you find 6 copper pieces on the ground.
Threw 6 copper pieces at you.
How much money do we start with? None?
Depending on what you bought.
Oh. Okay, I would just write down 6. I'm a broke boy. I mean, woman.
You're broke.
Yeah, my life broke.
We dead.
Alright.
At least you are.
What's your name, good sir?
I'm Heron.
Heron. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Galen. What
Galen?
say you,
Galen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Galen.
Galen. It's very nice to meet you, Galen. So he's just kind of standing there, you know, he's got his hands tucked into his pants. He's just kind of waiting, you know, like,
All right, you said you were going to take me
where are we going?
Hmm.
Kind of looking at you expectantly.
You were going to show me something.
Well, do I know this area?
Do you know this area?
Do I know
You
this
have
area?
no idea.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, I'm playing.
You know what? Actually, I will. Let's do
Notice
this.
What did I see coming in?
Make a survival check.
Survival. That's a 19 plus 1, 20.
Okay, so when you were riding, when you were with the caravan coming into town, just a cursory glance at Duran and the surrounding area. The town itself sits in the middle of a large plain, and there are just rows and rows, or fields and fields of wheat, of corn, basic, just cheap basic food that people can grow and a lot of people can eat for cheap. On the far side of town, now, the way that you guys entered town, you came in from the west. Through the town to the east, you notice that there's on the horizon there's a large forest, but closer there's a smaller copse of trees. Not nearly a large amount of forest by any means, but there was a stand of trees. Maybe, you don't know, it was kind of far off when you saw it, but you would guess maybe 20 or 30 minutes by horse. Beyond that, to the south, you know that there are the foothills, and then they roll into a mountain range. And then north of town, about a half a day by foot, you know, is where the river runs. The river actually flows west to east.
I should be writing this down, but I don't. So, you know those woods to the east?
What's to the east? His eyes kind of get big. Not in an excited manner. but more of a frightened manner. Yes. What about?
You really think I take my customers in town? Their wives would catch on. Meet me there in an hour.
I'll pass.
You sure?
Thank you. Yes. Nobody in their right mind goes there.
Well,
At
if
this
you have a
point-
change of heart, look for Galen at the inn.
I can assure you, I'll have no change of mind. And then he makes his way hastily away from you. He glances over his shoulder at you a couple of times, and the look that he gives you at having suggested that you go there, it's kind of the look that a questioning your sanity.
Interesting. Alright, can I look around to see if anyone is watching me?
Make a perception check.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. Okay, so you don't notice anybody watching
He
you.
said that's a fire.
And one thing that does strike you, though, the individual that you saw in the dark clothing beside the fat pig is not there anymore.
He was standing by the fat pig.
He was standing on the west side of the fat pig, kind of in the shadows of the building itself.
Alright, I'd like to look around the building to try to find.
You're gonna do like a circuit around it? Okay. So you're gonna. Okay, so as you're looking at the fat pig, as you stand in the street and face it, to the right is where he was at. To the left, there's a small alley. It's like a little one lane road. So you could go around either direction.
I'd like to go to where he was standing.
Okay, so you go to where he was standing.
Try to see if there's any footsteps.
I'll give you a. So you're looking for footsteps. Give me an investigation check.
That is a. What's my intelligence? 18.
An 18. Okay, so you're looking around. You do notice that there is a puddle of tobacco spit on the ground where somebody's obviously been standing there for longer than the period of time that you noticed him. And you see deep boot impressions right where he was standing at. And you see that those boot impressions actually go back towards the back away from the square where you were at. And you know, well, you can smell more than anything that there are stables on the back side of the fat pig. So he went towards those stables.
I like to go follow the footprints.
You're following the footprints towards the stables. Okay, so you follow the footprints towards the stables. It's pretty easy to track, honestly. As you get around to the, as you follow them towards the back, you get to the point where there are so many different sets of both tracks and footprints. You kind of lose it, but you do see that he actually went in through a swinging picket door. And went in through the back door of the inn.
Alright, I like to go into the inn.
Through the back?
The front will do. Go back to the
So
front.
you're going back around to the front. Okay. All right. So you go back around, and you almost get to the front door. When, as you're coming around the corner, that same large gentleman is all of a sudden standing in front of you. So it's almost like he came out the front.
Which large gentleman?
The one that was all in black.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Ah.
Are you following me, Janasi?
I just saw you watching. Have we met before?
No, we haven't met before.
I just thought you were staring at me. It was kind of I didn't know if you wanted to talk to me or.
It's not every day we see a genasi of any sort. Never mind a genasi of the water variety that climbs up out of a well. Never mind a water genasi climbs up out of a well and convinces the entire town that there's a dragon at the bottom of the well, then gets arrested and tied off to a horse hitching post in front of the general store. So it was worth watching, but I became aware quickly that there was very little worth watching.
Oh. Excuse me.
Damn.
Well, I'll be on my way then. I walk away.
What happened to your friends?
Oh, so you're interested now. I thought there wasn't anything worth watching.
Not you. The ones that went down and didn't come back up.
I'm about to find out. You want to come with me?
He glances over at the well. I don't think we'll be going down that way anytime soon.
Do you know of another way in?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
I'm gonna slip him a single copper piece and be like, maybe this will help refreshen your memory.
You slip him. Okay. Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be at disadvantage. That's impossible. He's watched you lie to 700 people.
That's a 6.
Oh, yeah, that you ain't. Ooh.
Okay.
You don't even gotta try no more.
So he takes the copper coin, looks at it, looks at you, and then drops it.
I pick it up right away.
Okay. So what was down there, really?
I don't. There were creatures and they got ambushed
And you
something-
ran.
And no, there was like, I looked at its eyes and I don't remember anything after that.
This man be lying for alpha.
How interesting. My companions have heard tales of caves under the city for some period of time. And we find them intriguing because those tales always involve... possessed is not the right word, but it's really the only one I can think of. Possessed creatures. Abnormally large creatures. And I just haven't met anyone that's gone into those caves, nevertheless come out alive.
Possessed is a good way of putting it. I just felt this overwhelming sensation of, I need to get the fuck out of here.
So you say possessed is a good way of putting it. You saw something while you were down there?
I mean, again, there were creatures left and right, and I saw a pair of eyes, and I don't remember anything else. And then I woke up, I was tied to that pole.
You saw creatures and eyes.
Yes, that's
What
what
kind?
I said.
What kind of creatures?
It was dark in there. I mean, my companions, they had, I think one was like a tabaxi, the other an elf or something. They could see, but I couldn't see anything. I really want to go back and try to save them. You said you had companions?
I do.
Could I buy your services for 5 copper pieces?
He leans over and spits, and it's that deep black tobacco spit. He looks back up at you and says, "I don't get out of bed for 5 copper. I don't get out of bed for 5 gold. I am interested in what's down there, and if you'll promise my companions and I whatever treasures we might find, then I'd be happy to assist you."
I'm not interested in the treasure. You got a deal.
Make a
Just
persuasion
a
check.
lie.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna make that a deception check.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nat 20.
It's a natural 20.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it, yeah?
Good shit right here.
He's like, this is gonna get real ugly. He's like, I'm just looking for more people to stab in the back. Maybe.
Wait for my companions and I by the well tonight. We don't do this in the sunlight.
Tonight? But my friends are down there. I don't even know if they're alive.
You didn't seem to care when you left them down there.
Oof. Got him.
You know what? I don't have time for this. I'll see you tonight. And I want to go into the inn.
You go into the inn?
Mhm.
Okay. So you go into the inn, and we're going to cut back down into the cavern real quick.
I'm so dead.
So,
I'm unconscious.
Can my backstory be that I was a little girl that got trapped down in the cave?
we'll discuss that next time
That's
around.
crazy how you live.
We'll actually discuss that next time around. So, we're back down in the cave with Nella and with Meowny. Now, would Nella's going to be out for... you've already used
Yeah,
your
I'm
hit
done.
die. So, Nella is down for a long rest.
That's a wrap.
While he's down, do you wish to explore, or are you just gonna chill beside
She
him?
mourn.
Oh my god.
What do you wish to do?
Can I look around to see if it's a safe place for a rest?
Right
Resting
here?
area? Yeah.
Sure. Let's see here. Let's make that. Yeah, we'll just make that a perception check.
A 17 plus 2.
A 17, a 19.
At
Okay.
least make a good
So
decision.
here's what you got. These two kobolds that were feasting on this guy. As you kind of look around all of this area, you notice that they never go this way. Their tracks only come from this direction. Also, the feet as they were dragged, however, the feet as they were dragged come from this way. And it is not the same set of tracks that these two make.
Ah.
Looking around, it's the same as every other aspect of this cave, though. It's dug out by hand, or by claw. You can't really tell. It's just wide enough for one person to walk through, except for this area, which appears to have kind of hollowed out. And right here, there is a half-eaten, what looks to be human body. And just based on the descriptions given earlier that you overheard up by the well, you surmise that this is what remains of the villager named Vi.
I guess that's how it is. I'm gonna sit next to Nella and take a short rest.
You're going to sit and take a short rest. Okay, cool. So yours is going to be about 2 hours.
Okay.
You're just going to sit and rest. Now, what that means, you can roll your hit die. So that'll be a 1d8.
Is it this one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I won.
Oh my god, I hate this game.
I hate Annie's roll.
I think you actually get your Constitution bonus on a short rest.
Come on. Do it.
So +1. Pog.
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, so you get back 2 hit points.
Go ahead,
Oh,
get it.
shit.
Get it.
We climbing the ladder. Okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, now should I play a boy or a girl?
You played a male character already, right?
Yeah.
Play a girl,
So-
I guess. I don't know.
So your short rest ends uneventfully. Nella is still in a deep healing sleep.
How long he gonna be asleep for?
That would be cool.
He will be resting for quite some period of time.
Gosh darn it.
Now, I mean, you can go into a long rest if you'd like. With a long rest, you actually get back all of your hit points, and you get back your hit die.
Can you get attacked when you're in a long rest?
Sure.
Ah.
If a creature roams by, you certainly can.
And then will I get out of that long rest?
I mean, yeah, you can. You'll get out.
Oh, but they will get.
It can interrupt it, but
Oh.
that's if.
It's like you're sleeping and you get attacked. You're gonna wake up.
Oh. What if they one hit?
You won't get one hit. Just lay down.
Oh.
Unless the cave is just real dangerous. I mean, that's the why you
I
look
feel like this is
around.
such a bad spot. I can't drag him, right?
Yeah.
Is he too heavy?
Oh wait, am I too heavy?
I
I have on.
I literally
wearing
have 0
some-
strength.
I got on chainmail
He's got on
and
chain
a raven
armor.
bear and a great and shield. Yeah, you might be. You gonna have to strength check your life away.
It would definitely be an athletics check.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one.
It depends on, I mean, how far do you want to drag him?
Wait, what's this again?
So, as you walked past it, it looked like just a lot of debris. Nobody really looked at it that intently or that
Oh.
closely.
This was the room with the little bedding, right?
Yeah, that thing came out.
That was actually the room that the lizard came out of.
We won't be going there. Don't go in there.
Yeah, the lizard scrambled out of that, but you guys did not go in that room.
I stuck my head in it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You did not go in that room.
I stuck my head in.
No, you actually went
they tried to
barely.
push me in.
You, yeah, you looked down into
Okay.
there. No, this is the one that they shoved you in, and that you
They
succeeded.
told me to go into this one though, but I didn't. I just stuck my head in and stuck it back out.
Right.
So I guess I didn't go in.
This is the one that they tried to throw you down.
Oh,
You
right,
didn't
right.
actually crawl all the way in there. Nobody ever
okay,
went all
fair,
the way into
fair.
that one.
What should I do?
I can't tell you.
Fucks.
That's
It's
too
such
bad.
a bad spot for a long rest though.
Absolutely, but it's a bunch of almost dead bodies.
Okay, I'll take a long rest
Yeah,
right next to Nella
right next to Nella.
until he's awake.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm alive.
So does that mean I get my health back
You get
after
all
the
of
long
it.
rest?
Yeah, you get all your health back. It's almost like starting over. Almost.
We're about to get attacked.
Yeah, we finna get.
Destroy.
No, just Nah, I think we good.
Don't say that.
I do. Because of where we at. And there's bodies laying around us. So even if you go to sleep, it's just a pile of bodies.
Oh, because we just all look dead.
We all look dead. You don't really know. They just start stabbing.
They just trip over
And
the
his
dead
is
bodies.
the closest one, so they'll be like, "Oh yeah, stab him."
Oh,
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
We're farther back.
So,
I got my lay on hands back. I should have did hex, but I was scared. I really didn't want to use it because I can only do it once.
okay. So, we're gonna count the long rest after your near death experience. We'll go ahead and do a full rest. So
Hey, you do
max
it?
health.
Ah,
Both of you at max health.
Oh,
And
you're-
then
you're
any-
a benevolent god.
I know. And
I
then
can do half health.
any
We back,
if you want to make
boys.
yours,
Except Jesus.
that would be one.
it's okay.
And you get your
Betrayed,
ability.
left.
You both get your abilities back. Anything that you had used. So Nella has his lay on hands back.
Hey,
I didn't lose any abilities.
thank you, because
right?
I was like, nah, I didn't. I was only trying to.
Wait,
use,
I took a little spear from the little dude, right?
Can't-
You did take one spear, and you took a pouch off of one of them.
I should put it in my equipment.
Anything that you pick up, you put down. And as far as that goes, you took the pouch off of the first one and the spear off of the first one. You did not take anything else.
Does that mean that I could use the spear to attack next time as a weapon?
Sure.
Oh, okay. So I should put it under here. Oh, I don't know the weapon stuff.
The spear is going to be So when you checked, or when you were taking a look at V's corpse as well, you also would have seen the interesting 3-pronged spear that he had picked up previously as well.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So a spear is 1d6 damage,
What type is it?
piercing.
Ah, makes sense. What's the attack bonus?
The attack bonus on that is going to be. That is not a finesse weapon, so that will be your proficiency plus your. Simple melee should be at +5 there. Yeah.
+5 too? Cool. So did I pick up the spear on him?
You saw it.
Oh, well, whatever.
Do you want to pick it up? I mean, you're still there.
I mean, yeah, I'll wait until Nella see if he wants to pick it up.
I'm scared. Oh, I'm alive?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm up.
Stand back up, you
man.
fool.
You're
Oh, he's dead.
Oh man, that's crazy. So I'm waking up. I'm looking around. Yeah, I'm gonna look at what he got. What he got? Oh, let me roll.
So
Give me an investigate.
Oh, my investigation garbage. It's -1 of 3, so I ain't see shit. My candle out. I can't see.
Yeah, you don't see shit.
Yeah, I can't see anything. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know what he's got. So
Damn, we're both blind.
yeah, it's whatever.
Okay, we should go investigate that human corpse though.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. That's me.
I can't go first. I have to follow you
Why?
because I can't see.
You
When
don't
I
have a
died,
candle?
that was I shouldn't have another candle.
You should have 5.
Oh, that
You've
is
only
a
used
that
2.
is a
You've
times
only
5.
used
That's
2.
times 5. I didn't put the number. I don't know why I thought it was.
I mean, I
times
can
2.
also go first. It's fine. I'll go first.
Okay.
So I run up to the corpse,
Okay.
and then we're
And then
checking
I
it
follow
out.
her.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Another one. Oh my god! I just didn't even look. I just was.
+1. 18.
I was like, hey, I'm not gonna try to look.
Okay. You don't see shit.
Yeah, I just.
You light the candle.
belligerent.
You light the candle, and it like flares out, and you're like,
oh wait,
wait.
I've been dead for a day.
Meowny, however, you find the remains of a half-eaten human.
Okay.
You are almost absolutely certain, as you were earlier, that this is Vi. You don't find anything of interest, so you feel like he's probably been picked over. Yeah.
Is he wearing clothes?
There's nothing left of.
Oh man.
Yeah. So basically, I looked
All
and
the-
was like, "Oh nah,"
Yeah, all the delicacies. have
because
been
I'm a
eaten.
human, so that's not something I can just
Yeah.
deal with. It's seeing another human ate up.
That's it.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
All the delicate
What shall we
parts have been
do?
eaten.
Delicate, huh?
What shall we do?
Um.
Should we keep going down that way that nothing comes out of? I mean, that only things come out of, but don't go back in.
Oh
Wait,
my god.
What?
Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
No, we're at full health. It's okay.
Is that what that is? Is that what that is? I gotta.
Can you revive me?
I can't. Not yet. I mean, I would have been able to stabilize you, but I can't revive people yet. Yeah, no. That would take a whole ritual that I don't think I have.
Let's go down that way.
Okay.
Just die and make new characters.
I can.
Yeah, it's okay. I already have my next character's backstory ready.
I'm gonna survive.
I'm done with my character sheet. I can just go with David.
I'm
Oh yeah,
gonna
you could be part of the
Yeah.
companion group that the other guy's with.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
DM's choice.
No, I mean, yeah, it's DM's choice,
Oh,
but that's
okay.
actually kind of dope. Yeah, we can go in there. We might as well. We're dead. No, I'm joking. Let's go.
Okay, so you go first.
No, you
What's your
gotta go.
candle?
Oh, I got the candle. You're right.
You're the pink.
I'm candled up. So what are we doing?
So you're heading that way?
Yeah, you
I have a
just-
lantern?
But you
Yeah.
got night vision too.
No, I don't have a lantern.
But you have night
It's in your
vision.
pack.
I have a burglar's pack. I don't.
Is there not a
There's
lantern
no
in that
lantern.
no
burglar's
lantern
pack?
and burglar's pack?
Let me look.
Pretty sure.
I'm gonna look.
What's in the burglar's pack?
I thought we had gone over this already.
Yeah, we did. Adventuring gear, burger.
There's a hooded lantern.
Damn.
What's a hooded lantern?
It's a lantern that you can close the.
So the light doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a hooded lantern, yeah.
Oh.
So you can open it further to let out more light and stuff.
Mhm. That's it. So,
Oh, okay. Good.
you guys move to this point, and something that strikes you pretty quickly is that all of a sudden this cave, or this tunnel, begins to dive downward.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
And you're pretty sure that it's circling back underneath one of the tunnels that you've already been through up above.
Oh shit.
Let's do it.
You gonna push forward?
Can I give?
I can ask you.
Can I give Nella my lantern to hold?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, you can. You
Swap
don't need to
it.
use your candle.
Okay.
I'll swap. We can swap. So I'll
Cool.
hold the
So
candle.
save
you
that
hold
third
the lantern.
candle.
You got a lantern. Yeah, I'm gonna save in the third.
Okay, there you go.
You had a lantern this whole time?
I was like, that's crazy how you had a whole lantern in there.
It's okay. One of my personality traits is that I'm a dumb cat.
Oh, okay.
Dumb cat. Okay.
You
so
probably stole it and forgot.
so you go down, and then all of a sudden
Oh,
it
yeah, I'm
begins to
forgetful.
slope back upwards.
You're like, hey, wait a second, I recognize this.
Damn.
You gonna keep going?
Yeah, we're just gonna circle back
Gonna
around.
circle all the way back around.
I'm
Just
like,
like-
hey, I know where we're at.
Damn.
So you get to here, and you do see a small side tunnel right there. It does that.
I don't like that though. I don't like those small tunnels.
Now, that small tunnel is very similar in size
To the shimmy.
to that guy right there, the shimmy.
It's too claustrophobic for this.
It is that one. This one, however, is instead of being the full size, it's actually about half height.
Oh my god.
So
shit.
to get through this one, you would actually have to
Crawl
get on
shimmy.
hands and knees to crawl through.
Okay, so then I'll go first through there.
You are gonna go first.
With
Yeah,
your
I'll go
diving in
first
there?
through
With
this.
your feline.
Because I fit, right?
Yeah. So
Sort of.
I'm gonna be outside with the lantern and you.
No, you gotta come in with me and crawl in. Hello.
So you're gonna.
That's too much.
How
cat
far are you
booty
going?
in my face.
Can I perception check though after I round the corner if there's a corner?
There is a corner.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to there and I'm gonna
That's
peek
too
over
much
and
cat
and,
booty in my face.
So go ahead and make
What?
go ahead and make a perception check.
A 3
Oh
A three?
God, we ain't
plus
Yeah, you have no idea.
it's a 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
shit.
you don't really notice anything.
Low
there.
Rollers Club.
Okay. Now what you do, you see how this little tunnel keeps going. And then it curves around to the side. Are you going to
Okay,
continue
so
down
I'm gonna
it?
continue and then I'll make another perception check at this corner. Can I do that?
You most certainly may.
We're gonna.
6.
It's a 6.
It's total 6.
Okay, cool. So this one.
I still don't see anything. Damn.
I don't know.
I'm literally a useless cat.
Just okay.
What you see is that it comes up into what is, or what appears to be, a a wall. It's a dead end right there.
Do I have to back out, kitty girl?
I'm gonna walk up to the wall and I'm gonna like investigate the wall to see if there's like any door openings.
Make an investigation.
13 plus 1, so 14.
Okay. So you're pawing around at the wall, and you realize that it's extremely soft dirt. It's almost like it's been pushed up and packed onto the wall, because as soon as you hit it, it falls into the room, and
Into
you
the
are
room
looking into the room that the kobold was, that appears to have
Is that
been
the
the kobold's.
Jason rest room?
Huh?
Was that the Jason rest room?
Was that the same room that we were in before that we rested in?
Yes.
Oh,
Jason
okay.
rest
Okay,
room.
so then let's just go in here.
No, it's V.
There you
V
go.
dead.
Oh yeah, that's right. The V rest room.
V stands for very dead.
Oh.
Very dead.
And very betrayed.
Damn. So what do we do now? It seems like it's time to go up top where we saw that slithering thing. I'm gonna look around the room again to see if anything has changed since the last time we've been here.
Make an investigation check.
5 plus 1, 6.
Okay, so you look around the room and you quickly realize that nobody really investigated this room the first time through. So you have no idea what it looked like other than to say that you guys kicked all sorts of stuff around and just made a general mess. You don't really find anything though.
Low Rollers Club.
Okay, are you doing anything? You want to investigate?
Nah. We walking up. We go.
Okay, so you walk out first then.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can
which
follow.
way you going?
I'm going to the right.
This way?
Yeah, and then no wait. Yeah. And then and then we're just going back towards the shimmy.
This shimmy?
Like back to the shimmy.
This one?
Yeah, that's what I say. On the way there, I go back to the shimmy. Back to the shimmy. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, so when we get here, I'm gonna turn around and look at the place again to see if anything has changed.
Okay. Sure, make a perception check.
The shimmy, kitty. The shimmy.
What is this?
9.
A 9
You didn't
plus.
see nothing.
Is it investigation check?
Perception.
Oh, perception. 9 plus 2, 11.
You're pretty sure that nothing has changed.
Okay.
You think that everything looks
So
exactly
I go
the
through
same.
the shimmy. I'm like, come on, kitty. The shimmy. The shimmy. Stop looking around. The shimmy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna bust this. Whoop. Right here.
We literally just took the long way around. But cool. We should investigate this though. You investigate it.
Oh, the debris.
Yeah, because we haven't investigated it. Here.
So is that what's happening? You're investigating it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So
well you ain't
14
investigating.
plus. Well, minus 1 because I don't have good
Minus 1.
investigation.
So 13. Okay.
Oh shit, we're not gonna
That's
know.
why I didn't do it.
So
That's why I be holding.
with that,
I'm not an investigator.
you're still able to ascertain that this looks like a collapsed tunnel. And what you kind of recognize as you're picking through this this little 5-foot section that's just like fallen in. Number one, it looks like there's actually some stone in it, not all dirt like the rest of the cave is. And with the 13, you see the claw marks that are crawling out of the rubble. And they look kind of old. But there are claw marks that are coming out of it. You can't really tell how many or anything more specific than that.
I just need to see something. Yeah. I'm just gonna assume that's just the lizard that was in this area.
Okay.
Do lizards have 3 claws?
I don't know, do they?
I don't remember how many claws a lizard had.
Should I know that? Survival? What's my survival? I don't know. No, I wouldn't know that.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't know that.
Okay.
Alright, so, back to the lizard. Unless you want to look in here. Because I'm not looking in there.
Well, shit, I don't particularly want to look in there either.
Yeah, that might be just, you can keep that. We can keep that.
I'm intrigued by this thing over here.
So
we should stop by here and see what's up with the
Yeah,
well
let's
top.
look up. We're gonna look up.
You want to climb in and see what's going
I'm
on?
gonna let her climb in and see what's
Okay.
up.
Okay, so with that, we're going to skip back over to Ophelia. So
Hello?
you have
Ophelia, what's up?
I was trying to figure out my language, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
okay, cool. Primal and common.
Done.
Yeah, I didn't know what the primordial was.
Oh, yeah, a primordial. So when we left off, you had just stepped inside the inn. It was about it was a little after midday. So you've gone inside the inn. The dark clothed figure, whose name you didn't get, has disappeared, and the expectation, or his expectation, appeared to be that you will meet him back at the well at night, in order to see if you can't figure something out with getting into it and seeing what happened to the other people that jumped down with you.
Well, I would like to walk up to the bar, slam down my 6 copper pieces,
Oh my god.
and ask for the top shelf stuff.
Oh my god.
The top shelf.
The best wine you have.
Best wine. Okay. All right. Make a persuasion check.
Intimidation, right? Oh.
That's a 19.
Wow.
Ew.
That man is just finessing. He just
So the
be
bartender
outside
looks at you
lying.
kind of funny for a second.
Top shelf with 6 pennies.
Looks at the copper that you put down, and says, "I'll pour you an ale for that, but that's about all I'm going to give you, and that's generous because a tankard of ale is a silver."
Yeah. And I just turn around in my chair.
Okay. So you leave the 6 copper on the,
I'm waiting for my drink.
waiting for your
I
drink.
would like to turn around and scan the
Scan the room. Okay. All right. Make a perception check.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So you look around. The the common room that you have entered, it's probably a little busier than normal at this time of day.
Than previously.
Yeah. Mostly because you have drawn pretty much everyone into the middle of town, and it was the natural spot to take the gathering to afterwards, to have a drink and talk about the crazy shit that just happened. Looking around, and what was that roll again? 11. What was your roll?
10.
It was a 10. Okay. You know, you catch just little fragments of conversation. Almost every person in there is talking about the well dragon. They're also talking about the useless guards, how they won't go down and confront the creature that's been a blight on the town since the day it was founded 5 years ago. I mean, just one crazy story after another. The vast majority of the stories vast majority of the conversations having to do with how useless the town guard is, all of the bad things that the dragon is responsible for, how far they're going to have to travel to get water and bring it back until they either dig another well or clear out whatever is down that well. All in all, you figured that this common room is pretty much full. Probably, I mean, there are a solid 25 to 30 people in here, and it's a decent sized place, but for a town this size, they usually don't need anything larger than this.
Anyone notice me?
You can make another perception check. And I will ask this: are you trying to be noticed?
No.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So as you look around, you do see several people kind of give you funny glances. They lean over and kind of whisper something to each other. Some slight gestures towards you. So you have a feeling that you are, if not the specific, like the central topic of conversation, a lot of people are aware that you were involved in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to turn around to the bartender and ask where my drink is.
So your drink is actually sitting right behind you
Ah.
on the bar, and your 6 copper pieces are gone.
I'd like to take a sip and say, how long have you been in here, bartender? How long have you been in this town?
The bartender looks at you and he's like, well, I opened the Fat Pig about 2 years ago.
Oh, you own this place.
Yeah, I do. I do. I came in with a caravan, and we were one of the first groups of lottery winners. Lottery winners. That's a joke, right?
Nice lottery they got going on.
Well, yeah, I came in with that group, and when I got here, this place was just a little one room, and then there was this common room that you see, and then there was one long hall behind it with just a bunch of common sleeping space. Yeah, I figured if they're going to start sending people out here, then business is just going to go up, right?
Well, you look like you're doing well for yourself.
I'm not doing bad.
How much is a room here usually?
So a room's going to run you 3 silver for the night. And meal is going to run you, a meal will run you about a silver. And then your tankard of ale there, well, that 1 silver will get you that one and 1 more.
Okay. It's not bad.
All things considered. Said, I've got a captive audience here. Not like there's another game
Not
in
much
town.
competition, huh?
That's right.
So you hear anything about this dragon that's outside?
Like I said, I've been here for 2 years, and I hear a lot of crazy stories. But of course, you're going to hear crazy stories when you're selling alcohol in the only establishment in town.
I heard that there are children missing.
Missing children.
That the dragon takes children. Has that happened, or is that just a rumor?
There are a lot of rumors in this town. What did you say your name is?
OT.
OT?
Mm-hmm.
Well, OT. I can't say that children are missing, but I mean, we hear stories all the time about items going missing, like small trinkets. I can't say that anything other than just normal, just your everyday run-of-the-mill disease has taken any of the youngsters that we've lost, and I really can't think of any that we've lost recently.
So nothing supernatural going on here. Just
As far as children, no.
anything
In
else?
general, we're on the fringe of civilization. I mean, you have to understand that there's not a whole lot that we understand about a lot of things that go on here. And they send these caravans out with all these people, and then the army doesn't stay to secure the area. They turn around and they go right back, and we're left to fend for ourselves. So,
Who hires these guards then?
well, the guards come from Chaul. They're the Emperor's guards. This is their, they call it expansion of the empire, but we all know there are more mouths than they can feed in the central city, and they've just got to clear us out.
They don't seem like very capable guards, if you're asking me.
The guards we have here in town are probably not the best, but they're what we've got, and they're good kids for the most part. They do what they can. Unfortunately, there's not a lot that they can do.
I down my drink while he's talking. The whole thing.
The whole thing? Okay. So, you down your drink, and as he sees that you've finished that drink, he quickly pulls another one and sits it on the counter, grabs the empty mug. There's your second one. Said every other one. Now you're paying for the rest of them.
Appreciate it. And I downed it.
Down that one too. All right, make a Constitution check. Constitution save.
Save.
That's a 10.
Okay. So you just slam back 2 ales, really quick succession, and these are stronger than what you're used to. You're starting to feel these a little bit more quickly and than you normally would with alcohol. So you're feeling a little tipsy.
Now you mentioned items go missing. So we got a thief on our hand?
Oh, what town doesn't have a thief?
But it sounds like a bigger problem than what I'm used to.
Coming from Chaw? I seriously doubt that. We don't have a recognized thieves guild or anything like that here, but the more of the caravans that come into town, the more interesting and unsavory characters come in with it. You know, a lot of these, I'm not sure that they're coming from town. Not sure that they've been sent here because of the lottery. I have a feeling that there are people that are trying to create a base here.
A base?
Yeah, that's just one of my thoughts on it. Now, I mean, it could be conspiracy, but
Interesting. Well, thanks for the ale. I'll probably be back for tonight. And I want to walk out.
you're walking outside the inn.
Mhm.
Okay. You've been in the inn for about, we'll call it 45 minutes.
How do I kill time? Are there still a lot of people out at the town square?
Yes.
Uh,
The majority of them are just the townsfolk. The guards are still nowhere in sight. You assume at this point that they've set up post at the entrances to town.
I'd like to stop a passerby and ask, do you know where the mayor is?
Probably at her home.
Sorry, I'm new here. Could you point me in that direction, please?
Well, so if you go straight down and they point eastward, past town, or past the well. So if you go straight down that way, then look off to the left, you will see the only actual stone structure in town. It's just a little one-story cottage, but it's probably the nicest building in this town, and that's where the mayor lives and works. That's where she's lived and worked since she took office.
Thank you, sir. And I head in that direction. I want to find the mayor.
Okay. Alright, so you head down the road. Let's see here. You guys have long rested, made your way to the well.
You shoot me towards the lizard.
Yeah, y'all are just
She was
chilling for a
finna
while.
peek, I guess. I said she was finna peek, but
Fixing a peek.
didn't
Oh.
About to no scope.
you? Yeah. Bang.
Yeah. So you go down the street in town. Your timeline's a little behind theirs. You find the mayor's house quite easily. Little stone structure, exactly as the person described it. There is one guard-seeming person standing out front of the house. They're not dressed as the town guards are with the leather armor that has the Empire's insignia emblazoned in it. However, is wearing dark clothing similar to the one individual that you talked to outside the Fat Pig. the one that's expecting you to meet them at the well.
Interesting. I'd like to walk up and say, "Hello, darling. Is the mayor available?"
The mayor doesn't see newcomers. The mayor doesn't see anyone without an appointment.
How do I go about making an appointment?
Make an appointment with the mayor's secretary.
Are you not the secretary?
I am not the secretary. Secretary will be at the town square tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning? This is an emergency. You know what's going on right now?
Take it to the town guard.
Oh my god. Town guard is useless.
If they're so useless, then why don't you solve the issue yourself?
I'm trying. Hello? If you would let me talk to the mayor, maybe.
Well, the mayor doesn't see newcomers. The mayor doesn't see anyone without an appointment.
Alright, fine. What's your name?
My name doesn't matter.
Alrighty then. Can I sneak to the back of the building without getting seen?
Make a stealth check.
Natural 1.
Wow.
Immediately gets caught.
Yeah, somebody
So-
just punches him in the face like, I was waiting on you at the door.
So you turn around
What?
after a brief exchange with this dark-clad person and try to sneak around the side of this stone building, and you take maybe 3 steps towards the corner before you hear, "You really shouldn't go that direction. You might want to head back towards the square. I'm certain that you can find lodging at the Fat Pig. You can make an appointment with the mayor's secretary tomorrow morning."
Oh, sorry. I new here. Don't know my way around. And I just walk back out
Towards
towards the center of this.
Okay. All right, you make your way back to the center of town,
course
right
I
where the
will
well's at.
roll
He said, of course he would roll a one.
I like to explore the town to kill time.
Explore the town.
Mm.
Okay, cool. So you explore the town. You see the Fat Pig. On the back side of the Fat Pig, there are the stables. There is a. Actually, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Awesome. So you find the stables. There's a stable boy there. He has a couple of horses for sale. Nothing impressive. Each of these horses, you can tell, have seen better days and are on their last legs and are not worth the 10 gold each that he's charging. You see a smithy. Pretty basic weaponry and armor. Nothing super nice. You really wouldn't expect much from a backwater like this. You've been into the general store once before. You ducked in briefly and ate the food that you had stolen from the Fat Pig originally in the floor with the shopkeep, and he's actually happy to see you come back in. He's also happy to point out to you that he has several more of the potions, 3 exactly, that he would be happy to part with for a mere 50 gold each, or for tasks. He has a few odd jobs that he is ill-suited to handle. You also see inside his shop just basic stuff like 50-pound bags of grain, seed, basic tools, basic equipment that might be used for anything from climbing to digging. If you can think of it, it's probably in this place. Nothing of high quality, but the stuff is, the tools are there. And let's see here. Other items of note. You walk past the well. You also find the guards' barracks relatively quickly and easily, as it sits right off the square. It's actually on the west side of town, so you passed it on your way into town. And you also see a clothier shop. And the clothing that you see in the shop and in the windows, unusually fine quality. And you see some silks. You see some things that were sort of the peak of fashion 2 or 3 seasons ago, which is unusual for a place like this.
Okay. I'd like to go back to the store.
The general store? Okay. Okay. So you walk into the store, once again greeted by the proprietor. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Planning to have another picnic on the floor, are you?
You're funny. You mentioned those odd jobs. Could you tell me more about them?
Well, I have a number of them actually. First and foremost, with the well situation, water's going to be hard to come by for a few days, and I need somebody to load up a wagon with some barrels, head up to the river, fill the barrels, and run them back to town because, well, I'll be able to sell water for a mint for at least a week while they figure out what's going on down in that well.
Price gouging.
One of the barns that we hold the grain in, I've recently had an issue with something getting in and honestly just ruining sacks and sacks of grain. And if it's messing up my inventory, I can't sell it. And if I can't sell it, I can't make money. And for either one of those, I would be more than happy to part with one of these potions.
Do I know how long it'll take to go to the river and back?
You've heard mentioned that it's, just in town, that it's a half a day by foot. Horse and cart, it's probably 2 or 3 hours.
How late is it in the day?
At this point, after you've sort of investigated the town, you found kind of the key aspects of it. It's afternoon, probably around 6 p.m.
I'll get back to you on that. And I just walk out.
Okay.
I'd like to go into the inn, ask the innkeeper for a room,
Mm-hmm.
and sleep. Take a nap.
Ask the innkeeper for a room. Well, that'll be 3 silver.
My friend will be joining me soon. How about I pay as I leave?
Pay as you leave. I tell you what. I've got a spot on the floor in a closet under the stairs.
You expect a lady like me to sleep under the stairs?
You can sleep there for 1 silver.
You got a deal.
Okay. So he shows you to the little closet. And there's a small pile of straw. And there's a little burlap blanket. It's not comfortable.
I take a nap.
Okay. All right. Back down into the cave. So you guys are back to the well. And you're peeking upward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So you're looking up. You crawl through that small tunnel look up, and it's obviously boarded over.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, there's not a whole heck of a lot that you can see as far as, you see the dirt walls all the way up to where they turn to stone, and then it's boarded over.
Oh, then I look down and see if there's anything in the waters.
You look down into the water. Make a perception check.
15 plus 2, 17.
17. So you're looking down into the water. You don't really notice anything down in the water. I mean, it's dark and it's deep.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the extent of it. And it's a well.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna yell up the well.
You're gonna yell up the well?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you yelling?
Help.
Help.
Third time's a charm.
Come on.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
A 19.
Ooh.
Minus 1, so 18.
18. Okay. So after a minute or two, you yell for help. After a minute or two, you hear someone say, "Who's down there?"
Meowny. The adventurers who jumped down earlier.
How do I know you're not the well dragon?
The wild dragon doesn't exist.
Well, that sounds like something the well dragon would say.
You know that Genasi up there? That's the real wild dragon.
No, it's over for you.
I need you to make a deception check.
It's over for you.
A 9 plus 3, so 12.
Okay. Give me a perception check as well.
A 10 plus 2, 12.
Okay. You hear some murmuring. You can't really make out what they're saying. You can kind of tell just based on the number of voices that people have started to gather around the well there.
Mm-hmm. Don't you need water?
Okay. So at that, you do hear several people say, "Yes, we need water. We're going to be running from the river for days just to draw back enough."
Doesn't seem very convenient. You know,
She's right,
if
so-
there's a well dragon down here, if you guys just get together, you guys can all kill it if there's actually a well dragon. But there's no actual well dragon. You guys outnumber it.
Make a persuasion check.
A 19 plus persuasion. 19 minus 1, so 18.
Okay. So you hear one just stern, loud voice saying, "That's what I've been telling you guys all day long. We could take this thing out, and this wouldn't be a problem anymore." And you hear this voice, or you hear that this point of view begins to gain steam, gain traction. And then all of a sudden they say, "That's enough of this." And you hear hammers start to beat on the covering over the well. And the first of the boards start to come off.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna wait until the boards are all got taken off.
It takes them about 30, 45 minutes to
Okay,
take them
cool.
all off.
So we're just
And
chilling.
it is, at this point, it is probably getting close to... How long were you sleeping for? You had said...
I mean, 4 hours.
Okay.
This is until nightfall.
Okay. So you would still be asleep at this point. They get everything. They get the boards removed, and you just see a lot of faces looking down at you. And there's one very prominent face. He is big and burly. He's got this huge black beard, black mustache, just unruly, unkempt hair. And as he looks down, you can see over his shoulder this big double-bladed axe that's hanging strapped across his back.
Oh, damn.
And he's looking down, and you can see him squinting, so they obviously can't see down into the well very well.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Well,
take the lantern. I'm gonna grab the lantern from him and like stick it out so that they can see me.
hey, look, what's that?
Hello, meow. Can you bring a rope down so we can climb back up? Meow.
I'm playing
Roll persuasion.
the daughters of V.
Oh no! That's
I'm sorry.
a 1.
That's a natural one?
Yep.
Okay.
Minus 1.
That's so funny.
Trying.
Damn it! We were so close.
I don't think we're ready for you to come up just yet, but we'll come down.
How are you gonna come down?
They drop a rope down.
Oh, okay. So then I'm gonna.
As soon as the rope comes down, the big burly guy, he starts climbing down it.
Oh.
I mean, do you want to try to...
No, thanks.
Okay.
I don't want him falling on top of me.
Okay. All right, so he's actually just straight climbing down the
Oh,
rope.
what the? Where's the genasi?
So there's no response until the big guy gets down to the bottom of the well, and he's kind of hanging on the rope, like looking at you in the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause if you'll recall, there's about a 4-foot drop into the water.
Yeah.
And he's staying above the water, and he's peering into the little tunnel that you're in with the lantern. Well, the genasi came up and told us about a well dragon, and all kinds of interesting things ensued. I've kind of lost track of them since then.
Oh, she never even came into the place with us. She just stayed in the water, and then she got rescued up.
But-
she hasn't seen shit.
She said that she ran through and saw creatures and...
We ain't even run through this whole thing yet. One of our members died.
What? What
There's
killed...
some possessed creatures down here. Meow meow.
Oh.
Was it
Yeah,
was it the well dragon? As he's
No.
holding this rope and kind of swaying back and forth.
I'm
No.
the daughter to V.
No.
If I were you, I would
Come
find the
running up
genasi
and
and
cry.
throw her in here so we can take care of her. She's
See
been
if you
lying.
can find the genasi!
I mean, you can jump in here if you want. So, and then I scoot back a little bit.
Okay.
'Cause
So
you can room.
he climbs in, and it's a really tight fit for this guy.
Oh, damn.
He is almost as wide as this cave is, as this tunnel is, and but he makes his way in, and so he makes his way in, and
Yeah, you thick.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
And he's looking around and he's like, so what killed your friend, first and foremost?
You wanna answer, Nello?
Oh, V. It was a cobalt. That's like a gremlin looking.
A kobold killed your friend?
You wanna see it?
Do I want to see a kobold?
Yeah.
I've seen so many kobolds.
Oh, it has some markings on it, like carved into its hand, and there was another one that was carved into its face.
What kind of markings?
And then I explained the markings.
Yeah, something demonic.
Yeah. So you described the eye that was carved
Oh
into
yeah.
their foreheads and the hand.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
It incapacitated me earlier when I was staring into it.
Inca what?
Incapacitated.
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 Oh.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
I don't know what that means necessarily, but it doesn't sound good.
You should tell them up there that it's okay. There's no well dragon down here, and to throw the genasi in.
I haven't decided that that's the case yet or not.
Okay, we can give you the grand tour of the place if you want it.
The grand tour, because we know
Oh.
so much.
Yeah, I do want it, as a matter of fact.
Um,
About that time, you hear some more scrabbling and more it seems like more people are coming down the rope.
All right.
How strong is he? Can I check? Can I like look him over and see if he has anything else on him?
Make an insight check.
A 17 plus 2. 19.
It's not.
I can't hear.
The only thing I can't get is the magic initiative.
Did you hear that?
No, I
Oh,
covered
okay.
my ears.
Okay.
See that hand?
Good.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, then please follow the paladin. And we go to the left instead. The part, yeah, we go to the left.
That we ain't never been to. I'm just making sure that that's Yeah, the left.
And then I didn't push him, but
Did you
I told
make
him to
him
go,
go
next.
first?
Yeah,
You tell him to go first, or you want him to follow me?
do you want to go first or do you want the paladin to go first?
Well, you've been here, so by all means.
All right. So I just without any hesitation,
Stop.
I lead the whoop.
So you've been here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I'm looking at the ground, I see your boot tracks going that way, but not this way. So I'll ask you again. Have you been this way?
We've been all kinds of ways, man. I'm kind of flustered, but I mean, anything down here we can beat. You know, it was just unfortunate.
Make a deception check, I guess. There was so much bullshit right there. I don't know what was said.
15 plus 4.
I don't trust you. But let's go.
All right. So,
So-
I'm not even gonna look in front of me. I already know I'm gonna die.
You should
No,
you should make a perception check or something.
So,
before we
as
turn
you
this
walk
corner,
around
just
this
in
corner-
case a new thing comes up, you know? Ahaha.
Ah,
Meow meow.
ah,
Shit.
He's a shit.
That trails
More.
off.
There's definitely more.
So, are you going to continue on? Or
We just gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure he right beside me as I walk in here, just in case I
Yeah,
get
you
killed
should make
instantly.
A perception check or something,
Okay, I'll do a perception check.
or investigation, or like looking around.
So
Definitely not
what
gonna
are
do an
you looking
investigation.
for? What are you looking for?
I just need to
specifically?
make sure something isn't about to punch me in the face, because that's all I'm worried about. I don't
ahead.
care about nothing.
All right, make a perception check.
Perception. I just
We'll
need
allow
to make
that.
sure I'm not gonna get hit in the face. 6 plus, Jesus Christ, 3. So I'm looking like I'm moving. I guess I'm moving too fast to really see anything.
6 plus, Jesus.
You have the lantern again.
Yeah, I got the lantern. I'm just
Got
kind of.
nothing to do with this.
Playing V's daughter now.
Ouch.
Nudge, nudge.
Mmm.
Oh shit, are they gonna be love interests?
No. Gross.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
V's daughter name is Dizzy.
Who's gonna be a love interest?
I'm looking for my father.
He dead now.
Okay, so
I seen him.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
so
But he
as you
said
go,
that. I feel like I'm not supposed to have this weapon.
so you see the entrance to a number of little tunnels. And now, how far up here are you going?
Till I get hit in the face. I gotta act like I've been here.
Till you get hit in the face.
That's the only way he's
That's
gonna
all you
believe
got.
we've been here is if I just be like, yeah, man, we gonna go right. Oh, yeah, you don't look like you've been here. You look like you knocked out.
Okay.
I'm trying to act like I've been here. I can't act like I haven't been here, or else he's not gonna believe us.
Okay. All right. So you're moving forward then, this way.
Very worried.
And as you get to here,
Can I make a perception check after?
You may make a
them
perception
whenever you
check.
want.
Damn.
You can do them whenever you need.
I'm looking around.
You can tell me to stop.
18 plus 2.
okay, so looking around, you see as a tabaxi, you have an uncanny ability to know when certain things are around. This is no more evident than when you see the tracks of a mouse or a rat. And you see the tracks of probably the single largest rat that you've ever seen scurrying to and fro through these tunnels. They come into and out of each one of these little side tunnels that are right here. And that is what you see so far.
There's something here.
Oh.
What do you mean there's something here?
Don't you see the tracks on the floor? It's a big boy animal.
Big boy animal.
I thought you said that you'd already been through here.
Yeah.
But there's other creatures. We didn't kill every single creature that was here. That's impossible. You see those tunnels? We didn't go in those. You can go in.
So those
You
tunnels.
because you're big and fat.
Calm down, cat girl. Calm
Wow.
down. Look, calm down, cat girl.
He rages.
Look, you raised.
So he gives you a dirty look.
Because you're big and fat.
Because you're big and fat. You know, unfortunately, there may be some element of truth to that, cat. I can't fit in those tunnels, but you can.
Hells yeah, I can.
I would suggest that you start fitting.
Which one?
Well, let's start with the first one.
So you guys have to move forward.
Oh, yeah. Move me up.
Go all the way to the end.
Move me
first.
up.
So you're going all the way to the end?
I'll do whatever the tabaxi needs.
You're going all the way to here?
I don't want to do that.
No?
I want to be close
Do it.
to the... No. Look at that. Yeah, I'll go to the end.
You're going all the way to the
If
end?
there's something out at the end.
So, go ahead and move. Oh, here, I got you, actually. So, as you get to this point
There it
right
is. I'm
here,
dead.
You got full health.
I'm dead.
that is another natural 20. I am on fire,
Crazy
boys.
how I'm finna die.
So,
I want these cursed dice back.
as you walk past that side tunnel on your right, the last one before you
This
get
one?
into this little room, which looks like a den because there's all sorts of straw and debris, very similar to what you've seen in some of these side rooms where it looks like things have just made beds.
Go.
This is probably one of the largest ones that you've seen. And this large rat leaps out
Oh
of this
my
side room and chomps down on you.
This is everything I hate.
And you take 11 points
dead.
of damage.
Oh,
That's,
that again?
That's my whole health.
You serious?
Yeah. I knew I didn't want to go there.
So this rat leaps out and
Yeah.
it lays into Nello.
That's ridiculous.
It bites him and blood spatters everywhere. You've never seen
ridiculous.
it
Wait, how many hit points did you just say?
white
11.
like
Oh
that.
my.
Great.
That's ridiculous.
You've never
There he
seen
goes again.
blood spray quite like that.
okay. I'll be your dog
And
too.
with that, go ahead and roll initiative. I'll need you to roll initiative as well.
Really?
Oh, 1
11
plus 3. So 4.
That's right, about to kill everyone.
Thank God.
Yeah.
We about to restart.
Nah, you rolled a 20. That's the only reason. But I figured, I was like, if I'm in front, I'm going to get knocked out.
Of course, you're the only
What's
one
your,
whose character sheet is live.
4.
So
Yeah.
it shows you dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
4? What are you? 11 plus
I'll roll
3,
two, just
14?
for the hex.
Okay.
If I was
So
alive, I would have gone 8.
I don't know why I'm.
Hello, I am the.
So the first thing that happens as Nella hits the ground is this guy lets out a scream. It's the most deep, primal, raging hatred that you've ever heard.
There you go, I did it for you.
And he rushes forward with his big two-handed axe and swings. And instantly chops this rat in half.
Damn.
So after it just leaps out of the tunnel, after being undetected,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it
Knock me out.
it took a massive bite out of Nella, and then your large new friend exacted vengeance post haste. With
Awesome.
that, the rat has been ended.
Unfortunate.
Jesus
Cool.
Christ.
I wanted him to go first.
I mean,
Oh,
I
it's brilliant.
can't.
You ever heard the story about the rat paladin?
Yeah.
The rat fucked
The
him.
rat fucked that paladin up.
I mean-
oh my god.
Okay.
So,
So he's dead for real now?
he's on the ground.
I mean, I'm on the ground.
Oh, so he's
it
not
was
dead
my
yet?
exact health, so I'm incapacitated again.
Oh, okay.
he's at flat 0, which is
I'm from full health to 0.
I mean, you're at 0. I need you to make.
Is that a death
I
save?
need you to make a death save.
Oh my god.
Do you need this?
Toss a coin to your dead man.
Okay, that's
Two.
dead.
Okay, so hang on. So, is there anything that you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, I want to investigate the rat.
You're a cat, you eat rats.
Make an investigation check. So, your unnamed companion here, who just cut the rat in half, has just cut the rat in half, and Meowny runs up and begins to,
What does it have?
17 plus 1.
and you're
18.
checking the rat.
Yeah, I'm checking it out.
Okay, so you're checking this rat out, and it is everything that you would expect from
large
a
rat.
dismembered
Why is it
rat.
so big?
It is just a massive rat.
That's just it. That's,
That rat's almost as big as
because
you.
he's down here.
That rat is massive. That rat is huge. It surely
It's
is.
a fat rat.
It is a fat rat.
Big and fat. Just like you.
It is. Hey.
What's your name, by the way? Since you
Oh.
saved me.
You're talking to Brad.
Yeah, she's
My
Not,
name
not,
is-
not, I'm not talking to the rat. I'm talking to the big boy right here.
it's a big boy.
My name is Brax.
Brax.
And he's still, you can kind of see the veins just bulging, just pumping. And you see this red glaze in his eyes. And he's got this deep, heavy breathing going on. You've seen this before when a berserker goes into a rage.
Yeah.
And he most assuredly went into a rage.
Okay.
And he's just sort of trying to wind himself back down at this point now that it's obvious that the threats are gone. So, with your investigation, you check the rat, and it is indeed a halved rat.
Sounds good.
Get it?
Oh.
What is that?
Okay. So,
Wait, what?
15.
15.
Is that 13? 15.
that's 15. That's a success. So, Brax looks over at Nella on the ground and appears to be considering something, and then he yells back down the tunnel, "Bring the bag!" And I mean, you still hear some scurrying in the bag, but nobody's appeared yet.
Who are you talking to?
The rest of them that are coming down,
Oh, I see.
they'll be here eventually.
What's the bag for?
Well, I have things in the bag that'll take care of your friend.
Missing neck.
So, actually, it's more like the
The whole hip
the-
gone.
that leg.
And they sell those at Walmart.
It's gonna take them another round to make it. So here's just hoping you don't roll a natural one.
Yeah, that'll be
Okay,
insane.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
well,
So,
alhamdulillah.
anything else you want to do other than?
Can I look around and see if there's other big rats?
Success, yeah.
Sure. Make a perception check, I guess.
19.
You are absolutely certain with that roll that you see the tracks of a single rat coming in and out of these side tunnels, going towards that pile. They all match the size of this particular rat, quite specifically.
And there's no weird markings on that rat?
There are no weird markings on the rat.
Does he have the similar tail that I saw earlier? Run from that direction?
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
the big hairless tail that you saw,
Okay.
without a doubt.
Cool.
Okay?
Yep.
So, with that done, there's a small, you think it's a child for a second, that comes running around the corner barefooted. And, but then you realize that he's got sideburns.
Gotta start with that.
And he comes running up, and he's like, Jesus, Brax, how does somebody always die when you're around? And he runs over to where Nella's at and pulls out a small vial and pours it down Nella's throat with his head tipped back.
Ridiculous.
You get back 5 health.
Yeah, I got 5 health.
So he tilts back Nella's head and pours a potion down his throat. And you are once again back up.
Y'all see that rat? No, look. That's all you can yell as you get up.
That's all you can yell when you get up. So at this point, Brax turns to you, Meowny, and says,
Oh my god.
well, there's still these side tunnels. We need these cleared out. Cat,
Okay, so then I go into this one that I'm standing next to.
you going into that one?
And then I go in and I make I look around to see.
Okay, perception.
15.
Why are you rolling so high now?
Perception plus 2, 17.
So yeah, it's mostly, I mean, it's just clawed out by this rat, it looks like. I mean, that's all that you can really assume.
Is there like more? Can I go in more?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going
You
in
can-
more. I go here and I take another perception check.
We'll just count
Oh.
this as a singular
Oh, okay.
perception check through this tunnel to this point. Anyway, so
right around.
looking around that curve, you can see that it kind of circles around.
Okay, now I'll just keep going until I get here and I'll
Okay.
make another perception check.
By all means.
13 plus 2, 15.
15. Okay. Yeah, same thing.
Figuring
It
out
looks.
it's
You can
just
tell that this
blinding.
tunnel just completely circles all the way around.
Cool. So,
You gotta get
so
out
I
of
say
here.
meow low again. It circles around. And I jump out behind him.
Alright, cat girl, we gotta go.
Okay. Well, there's 2 more tunnels. Best I can count.
Let me check this bed out.
Check the bed out.
Yeah, the bedding.
Okay. So you're gonna make an investigation check in the
Yeah, I
bedding.
want to see if it's similar to any of the other.
Okay. By all
weird
means,
things
make an
I've
investigation check.
A 1?
Oh,
one.
wow.
Yeah, it looks like it's just debris. There's rotten wood. There's petrified wood. There's straw. You can't really find anything of any value or use.
Okay. Okay, so then, can I go check out the other tunnels?
Yeah, unless somebody else wants to crawl through.
Man, I ain't crawling nowhere.
Damn. Okay, shit. I guess I'll crawl through. Okay, make a perception check here.
Perception check right there. Okay, go ahead and make your perception check.
17 plus 2, 19.
Okay. Looks like it's just a little side tunnel where maybe it sleeps occasionally, or you don't know, but that's it.
Okay, I come back out. That's nothing. It's a dead end.
Okay.
I guess I'll go in here, make a perception check.
Yep.
15 plus 2, 17.
Look at this crap.
Okay, so you can see that it's mostly just the same kind of clawed or the same kind of tracks going through here. As far as you can see, you don't see where any creature other than that rat has been in or out of this tunnel.
Okay, this one looks like it goes a little deeper, so I'm gonna keep going in, and then I come here. I make a perception check again.
Okay.
Do it.
18,
What the
20.
fuck?
I'm tilted.
Hey, sometimes you
I'm
just gotta
actually
make good
tilted.
decisions until you roll good. Y'all just want to do dumb stuff.
No.
So, as you get to this
Tell me
point,
about it.
you find a small pool of water. I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. My blue is broken. Yeah, my blue is broken. So, this will be. There you are. Purple water.
Purple
there's a-
water?
Purple water.
It's blue water.
It's still blue.
Oh, okay, blue water.
Well, it's water. Let's say
Okay,
that.
water.
Right, it's water.
Yeah.
It's in the dirt. But
Yep.
it's water.
So it's dark in here. You really don't see in colors. It's just different
Oh.
shades of gray. And you see water, and just based on what you can see, I mean, it's just a pool of water here.
I look up.
You look up.
Or I look around.
You
But
look around.
specifically up to see where the water's coming from.
Okay, so there is a stone ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
and as you kind of look, you realize that the stone goes back a little bit, and maybe about 5 feet before this little pool, and then this above this pool of water, the ceiling is stone, and it comes down, and the walls of this entire room are actually stone, and the water looks like it's just trickling down the rock.
I check the water out.
So explain to me how you're checking the water.
I'm walking up to it and I'm pawing it.
You're pawing it
And sniffing it.
Out where the water's
and
coming?
sniffing it
To see if it's safe.
to see if it's safe.
Or if there's anything weird about it.
Let's make this one a nature check.
Is that a 9? Or
That's a
6?
six.
A 6 plus 7.
Okay. So 6 plus 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
7.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So seems safe. I mean, it's kind of brackish, and it's a pool of water that's in the back of some caves, and you don't know how long it's been standing. But I mean, it doesn't seem like it's poisonous or anything.
Does drinking water do anything?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and come back out.
Thank you.
And then tell them what I saw.
What you see, Meowny?
I saw a pool of water,
Mm-hmm.
and it turned into stone. And the water was coming from somewhere up there. I think it opens up or something.
Oh, that sounds
Or
like a
it's
great
close
place
to
to,
the river.
completely ignore.
Or something. I don't know.
He said, that sounds like a great place to completely ignore. Let's get out of here.
Should I? How tall is that? How tall was the?
It's really low. I mean, you're not standing upright, crawling through there.
Wait, let me see if I can push that stone. The stone above me, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a rock cavern.
Okay, here. And then an idea struck me. What if I could push the stone up, the roof up, so then I run back in, and then I'm trying to push it up, like to see if it moves, the ceiling.
Okay. What are you trying to accomplish? I mean, are you literally trying to lift the stone?
I'm trying to move it to see if there's like a.
If it gives
If-
way,
if it gives way or
comes
something.
out. Or,
Okay. the water's
So are
trickling
you
through.
standing? Are you going to stand in the water to do this, or are you standing on the edge of the?
I'm gonna stand on the edge.
You're standing on the edge of the.
Yup.
Okay. All right, that's fair. You push. I mean, you're kind of down, and you're just. But yeah, not much is happening. I mean, it's
Okay.
like you're trying to push the earth up.
Oh, well, damn. Well, that didn't work because I have no strength.
yeah.
Do you guys want to try?
Why
No.
Why do I keep hearing freaking
Meow.
snarf?
Meow.
Snarf.
Okay, well, let's continue on.
Okay.
You guys can go first.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, hey man, you go first, because last time I got chomped by a big rat.
Well, I thought you had seen everything in here.
Hey, you want to check out our old friend's corpse?
your old friend's corpse?
Yeah.
I mean, if we need to see that to see the whole of the caves, then sure.
Okay, let's go.
Investigate it.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna
Cruise
walk
on
him
by.
around through everything?
We
Yup,
cruise.
everything that
We're
we've
just
been.
gonna cruise.
Everything.
All right,
everything
so
that
was
we've
bringing
you
up
walk him
more
through
people,
everything that you've seen and
Yeah.
everything you've done. Is there anything different that you want to do other than like
Nah,
the
he
guided
want-
tour?
I
Like,
want him to
this
see
is
it.
where we fought the big beetle.
No,
That's
exactly
where we
how-
fought
no,
the big
that's
lizard.
exactly what
That is what we're doing.
This right here is our dead friend V.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll come up here.
And
Sorry, V.
He'll see the belt in V's bag.
Yeah. So we'll get
V's at
here.
Euro.
And then I'll explain to him, be like, yeah, he has a weird marking thing that he stitched to his back.
A weird marking thing.
Yeah, check it out. Look
He
at it.
instantly bends. Okay,
How you tell somebody that?
first
Look at
make
it,
a
do it, look
persuasion
at it.
check to-
I don't think that's the one we need to look at.
14 plus. Okay, 13.
So he bends over and he looks at it,
I start revving up
and you
and
can
shit.
see him leaning towards it, and
I ready my red.
all of a sudden he
No,
shakes it off, and he's
I ready my
looking
red-
around, and he's like, "What did this come off of?"
It was like some kind of monkey thing.
It was another cobalt.
Right. Scales.
Wasn't it? Was it? It came off the cobalt. Our friend killed.
This
Back
was-
at the where we rested that first
So this
time we
was
showed you
tattooed
earlier.
in one of the in the kobolds.
It was like carved in, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It was somewhere on him because we don't know.
Oh,
We didn't see.
interesting. I think I'll take this, and he just pulls the cloak off, and folds it up, and sticks it in his pack.
Ah.
And
Fight him.
he begins to kind of go through the bodies. He picks up the pouch off of one of the kobolds that you saw but did not take.
Mm-hmm.
He also takes the belt off of V.
Hey, let me get that belt. Because I didn't see it. I didn't see it till he got it. Because when I tried to check it, I was like...
He's looking at it and he's like, "This is Vi's belt. Did you find Vi?"
Oh, yeah, he's right over there. Check him out.
Oh my god, don't say that. It's too late. She already did. He's right. Ate the hell
Well,
up.
we expected as much. At least the creatures are dead.
Are they, though?
I should have played a ranger.
Well,
with the
they
vengeance
look
for
dead to
kobolds.
me.
I mean, are there more?
Well, you've shown me these. Were there more? I mean, there was obviously at least one more because, and he holds up the cloak.
Yeah, we haven't seen him. But we've explored most of these places already.
What do you mean you haven't seen him?
I don't know where he is.
You walked past his body several times. That's what that red
That's
X
the
was
red.
marking.
That's why I
Oh.
said
Sorry.
it was the
That's my
one that
fault.
we killed.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, I don't. Is he the origin?
Oh,
We don't know.
you don't know.
We don't know why he got the marking. Give me that belt. No, check it out.
I'm gonna take the belt back to his wife.
Oh,
That's lame.
That's reasonable. I can't even be mad at that.
He kind of opens the pouch that's actually attached to the belt, looks in there. He takes one of the red vials out of it and hands it to the little halfling guy and says, "Please put that back in the bag as well. The bag that they had fed you a potion out of."
Yeah.
Bro, what do you want from me?
I don't have
I mean, it
nothing to
was
say.
right fucking there.
She didn't open it. It's okay.
Hey, there was a place that was like kind of soft. We should go push it in and see if there's anything else.
my god.
That's how I be.
So, a place that was soft?
Yeah, there was like a den thing that we passed that we haven't checked out. It seemed like it was blocked off.
Oh, you're talking about the collapsed.
Oh
area.
yeah, it was like collapsed.
Right. Okay. You want to head back over to that?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay. By all means.
Yeah, we escort
You go
him
first,
there.
Paladin.
So
You ain't tired of me going
Oh.
first?
he'll head back over here because you've seen this, and
Okay, fair.
so
I'm standing kind of in
return-
the back.
Yeah,
Fair
I'm tired
enough.
of this.
So you return to
Wait, he's
the.
dead.
He's dead, yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah, take him out.
Yeah.
We just need to know where his body was at.
So you return to the
so
fallen,
scary.
to the collapsed tunnel. It appears to have been similar in height to the caves that you're in. But as I had described earlier, it looked like, it looks like there was some stonework in it. Or some stone in it, I should say.
Why was it collapse? How did it collapse if it was stone?
You can make an investigation check.
Okay. 13 plus 1, 14.
Looking at it, you really can't tell. All that you can tell is that there are claw marks that come from that pile of rubble.
I'm not okay with anything around here.
Push it in.
Big guy.
Both of you are big boys.
I'm not doing it.
Push it in. Let's go in.
So, Brax is kind of looking at it. Can't seem to make much of it, though. I don't see anything that I can do with this. It's just a collapsed tunnel. Just like
Take
any
the
of
twigs
the
out or
other ones.
something.
Take the twigs out.
What twigs?
The debris stuff.
So it's mostly like rock and dirt. I mean, it's
Oh.
just, yeah.
Yeah, it just ain't.
Man.
Yeah, I ain't.
What do we do? Paladin.
We was waiting for people. How can we get out?
I've seen everything that I need to see. And Brax motions to his what appears to be his valet of some sort, and begins to head back out.
Okay, let's follow him.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
Okay, cool. Can we get out too?
Sure. So when they get back, the halfling scurries through really quickly, and all of a sudden he's just gone. And he just straight up the road. He's just flying. Brax himself, however, takes a few minutes longer because he has to strategically squeeze through the tunnel.
Okay.
But he makes his way through.
Okay,
and
I run
out.
past the paladin.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you run past the paladin and you're up and out.
Oh, so I'm out?
No, I'm asking, is that
yeah,
what your plan
I'm
is?
trying to go out.
Okay.
Up the
By all
rope.
means, there's a rope that's
I'm gonna
dropped
try to
down.
follow him.
You just
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I'm
climb
following
up.
her.
climb up the rope.
Yeah.
Do you wait for Brax to get off of it, or do you go up with him?
No, I'll wait for him to get off.
Okay.
Like right when he's almost up top.
Okay.
And then I start climbing up.
Okay. So you scurry up, no problem.
Hells yeah.
Alright, and then I'll
Do you
just-
stay in?
No, I said I'll follow her and wait
Oh,
for
I
her to
didn't know
get
if you
up
were
there.
making that your new home or something.
I'm so tired of this place. Let me get out.
I grab the rope and
Wow.
I wiggle it.
God, you loud. That man is so loud, y'all. Did you hear that?
I did hear it. Why?
There was feedback from your loud ass.
It echoed. It echoed.
So
Why would you
Nella,
wiggle the rope?
Nella and Meowny both make their way up the tunnel or up the
She
well.
wiggled the rope.
Well, I'm starting to wiggle the rope. As
So
he's,
I-
you're
halfway
wiggling
up.
So that I'll fall.
No. I'm
Serious?
just wiggling it, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
haha, just kidding, and then
Good.
because the back.
I was just gonna roll
I
up.
was ready to
I was
throw-
just
I was
gonna
ready to
roll an
do
Eldritch
it.
Blast. No joke.
So you climb up. You're all up out of the well at this point. Standing in the center of town. It's darkening out. By the time you've walked Brax through this entire space, Nella's fallen again and stood back up. It's
Need a new one.
it's dark out. Close to, you would say, 9 or 10.
Okay, is Braxis still around? Brax.
Brax is making his way down the road away from the well. You can only presume that he's done for the night.
Yeah, he ain't trying to
Where's
do
the? Okay, I start yelling.
We're not gonna
Where's
yell it.
the
Before you
genasi?
yell it, I was
Meow,
gonna
meow.
yell something. I was gonna say something before.
Oh,
she
okay, go
yelled.
ahead.
So I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
how many weapons you got on you? Look,
No beeswax.
You're asking Brax
I'm
that?
asking her how many weapons she got, cause we gotta kill something.
Enough to kill you.
Gotta kill something.
We finna kill something.
Where's the genasi?
That's what
You're screaming at Brax?
We
Where's the
God.
We
I'm
finna
screaming
kill a
around the town.
genasi.
Where's the genasi?
genasi? Where's the genasi?
We finna kill a genasi today.
So, it's
It's
dark. This is a small town.
Where is that?
There is really nobody out to answer that question. The extent of
gonna
it is the
start
two of you
shooting
standing in the
Eldritch
center of town.
blasts.
Brax and his little
Everything.
halfling friend walking away from you.
Okay, so we're gonna walk towards the inn. Or I'm gonna walk towards the inn.
Yeah, I'm
Heading
following-
towards the
I'm
end?
following
Yeah.
that.
Heading
I'm
towards the
following
fat
Mountie.
pig. All right.
Yeah, that's where you're
Can
at,
you
right?
introduce my character?
It's just-
Please, daughter.
Yeah.
You're not
Looking
supposed
for
to
her
know
metagaming.
that.
Okay. Well, I'm going towards the inn
Your
because it's
character-
nighttime anyways.
She don't even know he's dead yet. He just died.
She's looking for him.
She came on the next caravan because she
That's
heard.
impossible.
She came on a different character.
We'll talk later.
He gotta write that in.
We'll talk later. Okay, so you enter the fat
He
pig.
did.
Nella, are you going as well?
Yeah, I'm going with her.
Okay. So Meownie and Nella enter the fat pig.
And then I yell, "Where's the genasi?"
Well, okay, so the common room is pretty empty at this point in the
Uh-huh.
evening. After a minute or two, you yell, "Where's the genasi?" You see a kind of a burly guy that comes up behind the bar, and he's got like a club, like a cudgel in his hand. "Stop making so much noise so late at night. If you need a room, then you can just ring the bell like everybody else. But please, keep it down.
Have you seen the genasi?
I've seen a genasi.
Where is she at?
Well, the last time I talked to her, I sold her a room under the stairs. Are you the friend that's paying for it?
Hells yeah, I am.
Well, it'll be a silver."
Let me
Okay,
see
well,
the
show
room
me where
first.
the genasi is in that room first.
He points over to a doorway that's underneath. So the stairs go up,
But don't.
and there's a door. It's like a little half door. It's kind of fucked up.
But
It's gonna be really cramped and uncomfortable in there. But he points at the door.
But don't.
Perfect.
But don't. Perfect.
Oh god.
Okay, so then I knock on the door, like very lightly, like punk punk.
Like that?
Mhm.
Is that what you're going for? Okay.
Mhm. I'm like, hello. I'm
So-
here to pay for your room.
I go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep. Okay. So keeping in mind that you have the appointment.
Ah, right. I crack the door open to peek out.
Okay. You crack the
Who
door open.
is it?
And then I swing open the door. I grab the door with my paws.
You grab the door.
With my paws, and then
All
I open
strip.
it.
You say
wide.
all
Oh,
a strip,
shit.
and I help her push it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over with. You're dead.
Meow low. Friend.
This is when I forgot. This is when I stopped being a paladin.
Oh, that's sweet vengeance. Oh,
Meow.
She said meow low, friend.
Meow low, friend.
She's actually
Vengeance.
she's
She
actually
says,
very scary.
Meow low, friend. And we are actually going to end this session.
Oh no!
Right now.
At the destruction of the Leaf Village. Y'all are gonna look at you. Go.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
over with. It's a wrap.
It is inching up on 7 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
dinner time.
we'll go ahead and
It's time,
we'll go ahead
yeah.
and call that there.
tune in next time.
Ooh, this is
Dragon
gonna
Ball.
be real ridiculous.
Dragon Ball B.
Something like that. So
It's about
definitely
to be a Meownie
an interesting session.
Oh, let's go get way more.
I gotta
interesting.
admit, guys, I didn't expect to get 2 full sessions out of this dungeon. But
Not only we're back at full health too.
it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I got 5.
I'm sorry, Jason.
It's fine.
It's always painful to lose a character.
It's okay.
I see that you're already excited for
The
bringing
vengeance
a
of
new
me.
one to life.
The vengeance of B.
So
Violent
yeah,
vengeance.
Damn.
I guess. So a lot of fun.
I'm sorry.
We'll wrap this one up there. We will be back next Sunday, same time, and hope to see you all there.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.